When Judge Franklin Pierce summoned Emma Lawson, he thought he had a simple target, a high school literature teacher who dared question his ruling at a town hall meeting. But Emma, calm in her burgundy sweater, clutched her notes with quiet confidence. What the judge didn't know was that Emma had graduated top of her class from law school years ago and understood justice better than he realized. Emma loved teaching at Westridge High, often guiding her students to see literature as more than stories, as reflections of truth, justice, and human experience. But her civic conscience had been stirred when Judge Pierce diverted school funds to a private development project. At the town hall, she spoke out, measured, citing procedural inconsistencies and legal precedent. Most citizens rambled emotionally. Emma made him look incompetent in front of the entire community. That small act of courage would cost her more than she expected. Weeks later, a traffic ticket she had already paid online became a weapon in Pierce's hands. He fabricated a contempt citation, claiming she failed to appear for a hearing, turning a minor infraction into a legal trap. With powerful connections, Pierce expected Emma to be intimidated, apologize, or quietly disappear. Few dared challenge him, but Emma was not few. As Emma reviewed the summons, her grandfather's lessons echoed in her mind. Understanding the law was about protecting the vulnerable. She began meticulous research, tracing Pierce's history of using minor cases for personal vendettas against critics. She discovered a pattern: journalists audited, attorneys disciplined, and ordinary citizens penalized, all for publicly questioning the judge. Now she was ready. Over 2 days, Emma transformed her living room into a war room of legal books, printouts, and case histories. She consulted a former student-turned-investigative journalist, contacted an old law school friend, and prepared to represent herself. She practiced her arguments, planned every move, and chose a modest outfit to keep the judge underestimating her. Her grandfather's leather briefcase contained the ultimate weapon: evidence, citations, procedural records, and a sealed envelope of additional proof if necessary. Preparation was her power. In the courtroom, Emma's composure was unshakable. Pierce expected a timid teacher. Instead, she presented her payment receipt, highlighted procedural irregularities, and questioned the legitimacy of the notification he claimed to have sent. The judge's impatience grew, his authority visibly challenged as she calmly documented patterns of bias and procedural misconduct, connecting her case to his retaliatory history against critics. The gallery gasped, attorneys exchanged looks, a young reporter scribbled furiously. Emma moved for recusal under judicial conduct rules, citing appearance of bias, procedural violations, and evidence of selective targeting. She demonstrated that her traffic ticket had been marked resolved before the town hall, and only afterward changed to force her appearance. She submitted 7 additional cases where the judge's actions were suspiciously retaliatory. Each point struck like a precision strike, and Pierce's confidence crumbled. After a tense silence, the judge agreed to recess. Behind closed doors, Emma demanded dismissal of the charges, notation of dismissal with prejudice, and Pierce's recusal from any future matters involving her. Upon returning, the courtroom witnessed a stunning reversal. All charges were dismissed, and Pierce recused himself. Outside, reporters clamored for comment. Emma smiled. The system works when citizens understand their rights, even against those who abuse power. Weeks later, school funding was restored, Pierce was on leave, and her students celebrated the lesson. Standing up for what's right matters. Emma returned to her classroom teaching literature and justice as intertwined principles. Her grandfather's books reminded her, knowledge is power, and courage is the path to change. This story shows ordinary people can fight extraordinary abuses of authority with preparation, intelligence, and integrity. Emma Lawson turned intimidation into justice, proving that true power lies not in rank but in understanding, courage, and the determination to stand for what is right.